inform you of, barakallahu feek, some brothers, they, because they have the dhikr of Allah Azza wa Jal upon their tongues, which is good, which is something wonderful, but they fall into something and they're unaware of. And that which I'm referring to is to say In Shaa Allaah for everything. To say In Shaa Allaah for everything. In Shaa Allaah is said for something which an individual is going to do. Individual is going to do. As we know, وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلٌ ذَلِكَ غَدًا إِلَّا أَنْ يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ. Do not say that I'm going to do something tomorrow, except that you say In Shaa Allaah. But what I'm referring to is, if an individual calls, speaks to another brother and says, Akhi, I have a question for you, In Shaa Allaah. I have a question for you, In Shaa Allaah. Here is not a place to say In Shaa Allaah. If a brother says, I'll visit you, or I'll call you later. I'll call you later, In Shaa Allaah. Or I'll visit you later on today, In Shaa Allaah. But if the brother's on the phone with another individual, or sending him a message, there's no reason for him to say, Akhi, I would like to ask you a question, and he's going to ask the question right then and there. He could say, I have a question for you In Shaa Allaah later on. But if he's going to ask the question, right then and there, then there's no place. This is not a place for In Shaa Allaah. A woman calls her husband. Another example. A woman calls her husband and says, where are you? And he says, I'm in the supermarket, In Shaa Allaah. He shouldn't say, I'm doing it. That shouldn't be said. Because he's actually there in the supermarket. He can say, I'm in the supermarket, I'll be home after 20 minutes, In Shaa Allaah. I'll be home after an hour, In Shaa Allaah. Okay. Because that's something that's going to happen in the near future. But something that the person is doing at the moment, he shouldn't say In Shaa Allaah. He shouldn't say In Shaa Allaah. Another example. A wife calls her husband and says to her husband, what are you doing? He says, I'm driving to my mother's house, In Shaa Allaah. This is once again not the place for In Shaa Allaah. I'm driving to my mother's house because that's something he's doing at the moment. Now, where is it permissible? I'm driving to my mother's house. I'll be there after an hour, In Shaa Allaah. Okay, now In Shaa Allaah, okay. But not to say I'm driving to my mother's house, In Shaa Allaah. So this, and the reason why is because some of the ulama, they mention that this is from the ways of a group of deviants, and I can't remember the name of that deviant group, but some of the scholars say that this falls under the methodology of deviants, a group of deviants, that every single thing they do, they put In Shaa Allaah, and we don't have to say In Shaa Allaah for everything. Something that we're doing at the moment, we don't say In Shaa Allaah. We say that for something in the near future, or even tomorrow, or even an hour from now, but not something that's in the moment. So I wanted to give you that fa'idah, and if you could spread that to the community and to the brothers, just so that we're clear about that. Barakallahu feekum wa jazakum Allahu khairan.